Hello, welcome back. This is My Mate Bought a Toaster, the show that dives into my guests' Amazon purchase history to tell their life story. Joining me on the Amazon confessional couch today is the brilliant Emmanuel Sonubi.
Good morning.
You all right?
Yeah, good. Pretending not to be tired.
Yes. There's an art to that, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. I think once you start doing anything, the adrenaline kicks in.
Yeah.
And you convince yourself you're fine.
Do you ever have moments where the adrenaline doesn't arrive and you're like, I'm on stage in front of hundreds of people?
So far, no.
Okay.
That's been, but it has been sort of a fear.
Yeah.
Where there was one time, there was a show I did, and I drove maybe, I'd say 14 hours over 2 days.
No.
And I got to this festival.
Yeah.
And I thought it was pretty much going to be just adults in this tent, and there must be like 1,000 people.
And when you're doing stand-up and it's just adults, there is a part of the stand-up's brain that thinks, I can swear, I can just
do what I like.
Do what the effing and jeffing I like. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where my brain was. I thought, right, I can let loose, I can get rid of this tired and just go out and have fun.
And how long were you down to do?
I was doing a 20.
Fine. That's fine.
And about 12 minutes in, I noticed this single child on his own in the middle of the crowd, but it looked like everyone had sort of taken a step back from us. He was like in a little crop circle.
Oh, God.
And I was so tired. I started to like, sorry, can everyone else see that? Like, we can all, it's not just me, right? We can all see that.
There's a sixth sense thing happening here.
Yeah, it felt like that. And it really kind of freaked me out. And it turns out his dad was stood next to him, but then for some reason, people had taken a step back from this kid.
But some people, and especially after all that driving, that is a proper nervous breakdown on stage. Some people do take their kids to gigs, especially festival gigs. And it's good for them.
Yeah.
And they look at you and the parents are like, no, it's fine, mate, do what you need to do. But as a comic, you're still going, I can't.
So on my last, when was it? It was the Edinburgh Fringe 2022 for my debut year.
Yeah.
And in this one show, this couple brought their I think he must have been about 6 to my show.
So vulnerable.
It says on there like over 16.
Such a malleable brain.
And I've walked out, and the audience had already seen the kid.
Yes.
So they're waiting for me to come out and notice this kid that sat 3 rows in the middle with his parents, in the middle of his parents.
What is it with you and kids right in the middle?
I don't know. I don't know why they come to my shows. I don't know what something about me says, yeah, bring your children. And I walked out and I was like, right, I'm going to speak to the parents first. Just so you know, like, do you want to keep your child in here? And they're like, yeah. I was like, I'm not going to change.
Yeah, of course.
They're like, no, it's fine. They're already laughing. I was like, it's fine. I went, right, I'm letting the audience know 2 things are going to happen in this next hour. At some point, I'm going to swear at this kid. I'm letting you all know I'm going to swear at this child. I'm going to call him a name, or I'm going to swear at him. But the swear will be there. I'm letting everyone know now so it doesn't get awkward. I was like, secondly, at some point in the show, I don't know when it's going to happen. That kid's going to do something hilarious and the show's over. Because kids don't know that their timing is always comedy genius.
Way better than anything anyone can write.
And I was like, it's going to do it. I know it's going to happen. And luckily enough, it must have been about 50 minutes in.
Towards the end, then,
yeah,
right?
Where I'm making a point, and I'm making quite an aggressive point as well. And I always go sort of overly aggressive to prove the point.
Yeah.
And because the whole point is about seeing me in a dark alleyway.
All right.
And how there's not many ways that I can make that situation better.
Yes.
And I was like, I could. It's all about seeing me walking behind a woman in an alleyway. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I can't scream at her to let her know that she's okay. I can't go, stop running. And this kid just went, stop running. And I was like, thank you very much and good night. I was like, show's done.
Did you leave it there?
I walked us. I came back on and finished the show, but at that point I was like, I told you. This whole big aggressive point, and then this kid had just sucked out every part of aggression from that joke.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, you're not that scary.
Oh, it's wonderful. Well, listen, to really get the show up and running, we're going to open the door and please welcome that child. Here he comes. Pop him right in the middle. It's on your rider. So welcome along, Emmanuel. I'm sure you know about this, but the ruse is we're going to dive into your Amazon account. Now, there's a bit of a twist straight off the bat, which is this isn't your account. This is your other half's account that you now share.
Yeah.
But the point of this show is we go right back to the beginning. So
this is going to be new for both of us.
Exactly. So this now becomes more of a sort of relationship podcast rather than a journey into your soul. But I am now going back to November 2007.
Oh my God.
And we need to make sure, are you happy for me to do that? Because this is someone who isn't here.
I need to do some quick maths.
Yeah, when did you meet? When does your Amazon account merge?
I don't.
He's got his calculator out on his
hopefully
phone.
we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Together. What year is it? It's 2000.
2024, mate. Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be 3 years before we met.
So, what do you want to do? Because I can just say, oh, look, here's someone who isn't here buying some ear canal headphones. That's the first thing that she bought. Your other half?
I had no idea about that.
Right, yeah.
We will be talking about this one. What the hell do you think you're doing? You know we buy Beats.
She has no right of reply. So we are a Beats family. So not sure that we need to listen to her.
I'd go probably maybe 2019.
Okay, that's when we fully...
Yes.
The two lanes merge into one. Love
Do you know
that.
what? Yes, it was. I think it was around 2018, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Because before that, I didn't really care about it. And then I can't remember what I ordered. We might find out today.
Yes.
But it came later that day, and I was an Amazon convert after that.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
That is the magic of Amazon. It's one purchase that makes us just go...
And I was just like, but I've just ordered this.
Mm.
And have you ever seen the film The Founder when he orders the burger and it comes straight away? He goes, no, that can't be mine. Because that normally it takes ages.
This is about the guy who invents McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that stole McDonald's, we should call it. That's how big that franchise is, that they made a film that clearly shows him stealing it. Yeah. They don't even hide it. Really, you should watch that and go, I'm never eating there again. But I watched that and went straight on Uber Eats.
Got the burger that evening. It's interesting as a corporate response, and obviously it feels dangerous for a podcast to take on, the gloriously independent small McDonald's, who I'm sure aren't litigious at all. But as a corporate response to that film, they shrugged.
Yeah, they went, yeah. So?
Yeah, we did. Do you want a burger? And everyone went, yeah.
Yeah, we do. What new burgers have you got, in fact?
It is sort of what the oil companies do. They go, yeah, it's bad, isn't it? Do you want some petrol?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of need it now, don't I?
So we are stuck in this deal. We are stuck in this agreement with people supplying us with stuff. And so we go to 2019, and I think there's definitely a kid in your life, unless you're buying things for people at your gigs. I don't know. But I'm looking at March 2019. We're seeing things like scooters. We're seeing Zog's kids swimming goggles.
Yeah.
There's a job when you've just got to take a little one swimming. How old is the little one in your life at this point?
Little ones.
Plural.
Little ones.
Okay, what are we saying at 2019?
So the eldest is 9.
Okay.
The middle one is 6.
Okay.
And the tiny one is 16 weeks, depending on when this comes out.
So okay. So in 2019 then, so we're going back even.
2019, we
just
would
minus
have
5 from everything we've just said.
Yeah, so we've got the big 2.
Okay. And how are you finding family life at this point? Just before the lockdown happens.
Oh, do you know what? It was what I expected it to be. I grew up in a big family. I've got 5 older sisters.
Oh wow.
Those 5 sisters have produced 9 nieces and nephews.
Great. That is
so
a
I've
squad.
been surrounded for as long as I can remember.
Also, that is a supply of babysitters that you've got right there. That is excellent.
Yeah.
Wow. So you knew what was coming.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff being bought here that suggests these kids are being well entertained. We've got the HTI Toys JCB construction vehicle. We've got a Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 on the Xbox One.
That was mine.
Hello. I nearly got him. We will find his first purchase. We're going to find it in there as we wade through all the kid stuff. Look, here we go. 8th of November, $14.99 spent on the Salter Razor bathroom scales. November. That is a bad time to buy bathroom scales as you head into Christmas.
So let's have a look.
Okay.
That's mine.
Okay.
Sure, it is mine. Yes. What date was that?
November 8th of November 2019.
Okay, so I'll tell you why I bought those. Let's drag this down.
Oh, yeah.
October 2019, I went through heart failure. So November, I'd just come out of hospital, and I had to watch my weight. and I bought those scales.
How did heart failure happen? What happened?
I don't know. Partly genetic, partly lifestyle.
Okay.
And I think I was just burning the candle at both ends for a long time, because at that point I was still working full time.
Right.
But I'd also got really busy at stand-up.
Yeah.
So I was in the office Monday through Friday, but then Thursday through Sunday I would always be on the road.
Late at night as well.
Yes.
Oh,
and
man.
it was just, and sometimes during the week there'd be a gig, and then I'd have to go to work, and the next morning I'd have to drive to Manchester, get back, go to the office.
What job were you doing?
I was working in IT at the time.
Okay.
So I was absolutely everywhere, and this is sort of festivals are kicking in now.
Oh, it's exhausting.
And when you get to the weekend, you go, I'm going to go out and drink the whole weekend, which you would do. Diet was a mess because I'm on the road all the time.
Yeah.
So there was no, and it just sort of all creeped up. And then I was doing a show, and then on stage, all of a sudden, I couldn't breathe. What actually happened, and what we did find out was I went to the hospital.
Where did this happen? Nearby?
This happened in Dubai.
Oh, wow.
But the week before Dubai, I went to the hospital because I just didn't feel right. And me being me, if I go to the hospital, something's wrong. Like, I'd never go to the hospital.
Yeah.
I was always that guy. If you look at I actually got to see my hospital record, and it's all injuries, never an illness.
Yes.
It's a rugby injury.
Injury is the no choice, go in there. That shouldn't be that shape.
You have to go in there.
That is bone.
But this one, I was like, I'm not okay, and I took myself.
So what were we saying? Were you feeling super tired? What was
what was happening was every time I was lying down, I couldn't breathe properly.
Gosh.
Which was really weird because it's so abnormal.
Yeah.
But because I was fine sat up, but the moment I lay down, which if I'd have told them, but I didn't know that was an actual symptom.
So that's a known symptom, is it?
So they would have been able to figure it out. If I'd have told them when I lie down, because it shifts where your obviously where your body parts are, and it made it much harder for your heart to pump the blood around the oxygenated blood around the body. So I went to hospital, said I was like, I don't know what's wrong. Yeah. I just know I'm not okay. And it was the urgent care unit, and they strapped me up and they gave me all ECG, and everything came back fine. This was the problem. And she said, the only thing I can see is you've got a throat infection.
Right.
And I was like, okay. And I thought, you know what? She said throat infection. I heard a cold. I thought you'd be fine. You'd get over it. Your body will fight it off. Yeah. And then what happened was the infection spread from my throat to my lungs and my chest. Then it hit my heart. Oof. And my heart went, yeah, I'm done.
Cheers, lads. All the best.
Yeah, you lot crowning on about me. I'm going to have a quick nap.
I'm going to knock it on the head in Dubai. So you're on stage, and was it the full-on collapse, or?
No, all of a sudden I just couldn't breathe. But I knew, weirdly enough, I knew I had to finish the show.
The show must go on.
It was like the last joke. And I was like, right, let me just get these words out. And let me get off the stage and get back to the hotel. And then I couldn't sleep that night. And I flew back to London. I was like, I'm still thinking, chest infection, all right, you're ill, you'll be fine.
Because the healthcare in Dubai is probably great. You should have stayed out there, mate.
I probably should have stayed out
there.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what was weird. That because I knew it was a throat infection, I got someone to get me some antibiotics. And these were just like pretty much random antibiotics.
Some backstreet
something's
penicillin.
Going to help. And I'd taken those. I'd taken paracetamol. And even when I told the doctor this, and he was saying like, you could have literally just dropped, because this is the condition. It's cardiomyopathy, so it's the condition you see where a football player just drops dead.
Right.
So that's what it is.
Okay.
And when the doctor was like, you could have literally just died, I was thinking, I am not famous enough to die that way in a hotel in Dubai off 3 antibiotics. Yeah. Worst overdose ever.
You can do it when you're proper A+ list.
Yeah.
That's something to aim for. Yeah. That's a good incentive to get super famous. So, wow. So at this point, we've got the bathroom scales. I mean, this is the show in its essence, right? Yeah. One item, and we've got a whole story there. That must have been also, at that point, what, you had 2 kids or 1 kid?
2.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
And what did you do? Have you had operations and stuff, or was it just a case of lifestyle?
Lifestyle. So I quit smoking. That was, I used to be a really heavy smoker, and And I've not had one since. So I stopped in Dubai because it physically hurt to smoke.
Yeah, but you can get duty free. Oh.
Well, this is the thing, and they're so cheap out there. I was furious. And I thought to myself, I was literally thinking, when I get home, I'll start smoking again. It'll be fine. And imagine that, it'll be fine. I'll start when I get home. And the thing that freaked me out is the night before we flew home, I started coughing up blood.
Oh, Emmanuel.
Yeah, and at that point, my head's gone, you've got lung cancer.
Yeah, of course it has. Yeah,
Because that's what, and it's like a lot of blood.
Yeah.
So when I'm in the hospital, and I didn't say anything, because I was like, I need them to tell me. And I was terrified. So when they came in, and they were like, it's heart failure, I was like, yes!
High-fiving them.
Yeah. I was like, everyone, high five all around. And the way this doctor and the nurse looked at me, like, is there something really wrong? I was like, and I told them what was going on. They're like, all right, fair enough. And they checked. They was like, no, there's no signs of anything like that.
And how old were you at this point?
2019, I was, 38?
All
So
right.
very young for it.
Yeah, very young for it. I had a big health scare when I hit 40. I had a skin cancer scare. And it happened during lockdown. It changes a lot. I mean, yours is much more dramatic than mine. But it is it's almost like a halftime whistle.
Yeah. It changed how I think about everything. And I suddenly realised a lot of the things that I thought mattered don't. I was like, once you've seen worse, and even changed my comedy because I'm a lot more carefree with it. Because before this, ironically enough, my biggest fear was dying on stage until I nearly died on stage. And after that, it became more fun. Because every single gig now was an extra privilege that I get to do that I might not have got to do.
And this is obviously years ago. Does that still happen now? Do you still do gigs in that freewheeling?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
I mean,
it hasn't changed. It changes like how you write because now you're a lot more honest with your write. You've got something that you really want to share.
Yeah.
So I don't make stuff up. All the stuff I talk about has happened.
Yeah. That's so good. A lot of people say a near-death experience, very good for you.
Oh, it's great.
If only we could sort of manufacture them.
So this is the thing. So 2019. So I was writing my Edinburgh show at that point.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, I'd written about 40 minutes worth, and I got real writer's block. I couldn't think of anything, and then this happened, and I was like, "Get in," and that gave me another 10 minutes of writing about this, and then I got stuck at that point. And I was like, I need something else to happen, and I'd just come out of hospital, and where I was lying down for so long. When I left hospital, they didn't give me blood thinners, and they had been giving me blood thinners in the hospital.
Oh, we're not looking at it's not clotter clock, is it?
So when I came out of hospital,
don't.
I'm sitting there and I'd run out of more stuff to write. And I was like, I need at least another 5, and then I had a stroke, and I was like, get in. There we are. I had a TIA. I had a mini stroke, and then that made it into the show as well.
So when you've got your Edinburgh show,
Yeah.
your family must be absolutely bricking themselves.
Like, is he going to get hit by a car now? Or what's going to happen? And I was like, I need to stop nearly dying because it's getting quite bad now.
And you're feeling in fine fettle now. You're looking in fine fettle. Fettle's good.
Now medically I'm in a very good place. I still get monitored.
Yes.
Maybe once, twice a year.
They have a look at the old heartbeats, do they?
Yeah.
And now we've got the smartwatches.
So that's when I bought the smartwatch.
Emmanuel and I have been talking about this. We both got the silly, massive, giant Apple Watch things, but because we're rather big men, I think it's okay. I think with a small wrist, it looks silly. But
yes, I think that looks like it should do.
And is that monitoring business? Is that because it has got the little heart monitor thing?
Yeah, so it's got an ECG on there, and it's got my what's it called, blood oxygen level.
Yes.
And what's nice is once you do it on your watch, you just send it as a PDF, and it goes straight to your cardiologist. So they get to see it.
Oh, that's delicious. God, I love it. So convenient. Makes it a lot less stressful, which in itself is good for the heart. So, all right, okay. What a start, Emmanuel. That's one item.
One item.
And we've basically done about half the show. This is going to be an absolute doddle. Look, again, November 2019, we're seeing loads of kids stuff, but also we're seeing, and I suspect this will be for you, the Fusion Unisex Gym Belt, a belt for exercise, and also you put weightlifting knee wrap. So this is December.
Yes, I think that. Well, it could be the one. No, those are hers.
Oh, fine, okay.
I've got those, but those ones are hers.
Right, okay. But do you both weightlift together? The couple that weightlift together.
No, no. I think we'd kill each other.
You don't want to spot her.
No, and we train very, very differently. She will do one of those like insanity classes in her sleep, which
Really?
really annoys me.
Oh.
Like I remember after when Noah was born, we've got this picture, and she sent it to me, and I hate her for it. It was two pictures side by side. First picture is her belly the day before Noah's born, our eldest.
Yeah, yeah.
The second picture is 10 days later, abs.
What?
I'm just like, oh, well done.
Ah.
So happy for you.
I think we should go back into her Amazon history and
Right,
slag her
so-
off.
yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Start leaving really rubbish reviews. Actually, don't, because I'll get the deliveries
Yeah,
as well.
you know. All right, look, let's crash into 2020 now. Obviously, you've just had this massive health scare, and then the world has a terrifying year of health scares and health awfulness.
That made me feel better.
Did
'Cause
it?
It made, because I felt like everyone had to slow down with me.
Yes,
Because at that point, I didn't want to slow down.
yes.
I didn't want to kind of admit defeat, if you like.
Yeah.
But I knew that I needed to. So when was it, March 2020, the world went into lockdown.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it felt like everyone was shared my feelings.
Yeah, you're making it sound like a sort of mellow experience. 12th of March 2020, the Cushing quilted luxury lavender scented toilet tissue. You did it. We see it every single time. March 2020. People go on Amazon and buy bog roll.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, how, why are you hoarding toilet paper? Because I'm shitting myself.
I used to have a joke about that. I didn't do it loads because every comic started doing COVID stuff.
Of course.
And it was that feeling of, I remember standing, like when you go to Tesco's, for example, and see people hoarding toilet paper and fighting over toilet paper and thinking, you lot look ridiculous. I was like, but just in case, I'm going to go and buy 50 rolls.
Yeah.
But I thought, I'll get it on Amazon because then I'm not the person. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, of course. I'll be fighting online. There's a whole series of mad things that happened, but there was the thing to get your online supermarket shop booked in. You just put one item.
Yeah.
And loads of people did that, and they'd put like a bottle of wine in or whatever, and then they'd forget about it, and then it would arrive, just one bottle of wine.
Yeah. Randomly.
There's loads of people having, properly stocking up on stuff because we were in lockdown, and then people are just having one
Do you
bottle of
remember
wine.
washing food? Did you ever do that?
Yeah, washing the bags, washing everything. Yeah, still got COVID anyway. Yeah, it's. I mean, obviously it was awful, but there was a collective insanity that happened in a way that you could never have predicted in a lifetime. It's incredible. You've also developed a very, very tasty addiction to oat milk in 2020. Look at this. July, June. You're getting huge chunks of oat milk here.
So I haven't had cow's milk in a very long time, purely because she doesn't like cow's milk.
So not out of your dairy intolerance.
No, she just does not like cow's milk, and I don't care enough to argue.
Yeah.
It's just milk to me. It doesn't make. It's like she cannot stand Tom Cruise. Don't know why.
Why?
She cannot stand Tom Cruise. So I've not seen a Tom Cruise film in over a decade. Just because I don't care enough to go, I want to watch this.
When she goes away,
No.
do you like to get Jerry Maguire on quick?
All the best ones are gone. A Few Good Men, Cocktail, Top Gun.
What about Mission Impossible? Have you watched any of the Mission Impossibles?
No.
They're
It's called
so
Mission
good.
Impossible, and he does it every time.
Mission Plausible.
Yeah.
That's what it should be called.
Mission slightly difficult. Mission gonna run into a few troubles, but eventually gonna get through it.
So no cow's milk, no Tom Cruise in your life.
No Tom Cruise.
If these are the compromises we have to make to have a happy marriage, it's fine.
It's
What
okay.
does she compromise for you?
Oh, nothing.
Exactly right. Perfect. And that is a happy marriage. That is how it works. All right, good. 2020 into late 2020 now. We're seeing a bicep bar. We are seeing eco-style olive oil styling gel. Is that for you?
Yeah. So, I like to dream.
When did you lose the hair? When did the Bonds hair go?
I've been shaving this for years. I grew it back many years ago, and I had braids for a while, and I've always, for a long time, really just had either a shaved head or a low fade, something like that.
Yeah.
But then it was, I think, and I'm gonna guess maybe 2 years ago, we might see it on there.
Yeah.
Where I was doing this to see if I needed to shave it.
Yeah.
And even now, I mean, you won't hear it on there, but I can hear the stubble.
I can just hear it.
Right,
There's a
and
little-
then
if it just-
right. So listen,
Yeah.
then I get to here, and it's nothing, and you can hear it. And I was there, and I was like, what the hell is? I was like, that is just skin. So then the razor came out. So I used to do it with clippers, and now it's razor.
It suits you. That's the thing. It suits. When I first did it, I was very nervous.
Yeah.
Because I've got a big head, but it's okay. I pulled it off. But I sometimes sit watching telly, and I'll just be like,
yeah,
tapping the back of my head.
Yeah.
Going, there's no hair there.
There's just none.
It's extraordinary how it creeps up on you.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Okay, so the it's fair to say the oil for styling hair is not for you. Equally, I'd imagine the Tangle Teaser wet detangling hairbrush.
That's not for me. That's for my daughter.
Okay. Do you help? Do you help out with the?
At times, but then I get apparently I do it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's brushing hair.
I mean, A to B.
Yeah, I don't get how you do that wrong, but apparently it is wrong.
If you backcomb it, maybe that's going wrong.
Yeah.
But if you're going from the top to the bottom,
it was tangled and now it's not. Job done.
Do you get bullied by everyone in your house?
So yes, in different ways, but I think the bullying is everyone gets bullied by each other for different things.
Lovely.
So my goatee beard used to be longer than this, but then my son used to find it hilarious to grab it, and once those annoying little tiny fingers get in it, I couldn't get his hand off, and he found it hilarious, which it was, and I can see from his perspective because. Had this been me doing it to someone else, I would have found it equally as funny.
Yeah.
So then I was like, right, now that's got to go.
He's now developed a passion for climbing.
Yeah.
He's very good at just getting those little nook holes, getting in there.
My little girl, where rather than sit on the many sofas in that living room, she's like, no, I'm going to sit on Daddy's shoulders and then just poke him in the face.
That's what we're for, though.
Yeah.
We're just sort of giant, sentient beanbags.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do. We'll take it until we snap.
Yeah.
Do you ever snap with them?
No, because I think I don't out of guilt, like just from being on the road.
Yes, I see.
And then 2, anytime I feel like I'm gonna snap, it's never because of them.
Oh, that's so wise, and I hate you for that. It's so true.
Yeah. I know
I
that
still snap though.
Yeah, it's a very difficult thing to do. Where I'm like, right, I need to get out of here quickly.
Yeah.
And I'll just go and stand outside. And what used to annoy me is I used to go outside and have a cigarette. That's what I would do if I was in the mood about anything. Go and have a quick cigarette. And so it got a lot harder when I wasn't smoking because I had nothing to get away. I couldn't do anything to let the stress out.
Yeah.
So it's actually made me a lot calmer because you have to be.
You've had to come down because of the heart thing, surely.
Yeah.
You have to just be zen.
Yeah.
Are you still on medication for it? Do you keep?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Blood thinners and stuff.
Yeah. The blood thinners are very evasive now. I used to be on. Oh, what are they called?
Beta blockers.
No. There's a specific
aspirin,
blood thinner. Warfarin.
Okay.
Warfarin. Which apparently was like rat poison. I was like, oh great! How did you figure that out?
Yeah.
Joe, I know what I'll do that rat poison. See if it thins the blood in humans.
Well, presumably someone tried to poison someone, and that person had a heart problem and just lived a really long
and
time.
got healthier.
It got better.
So that one was horrible because you have to inject yourself twice a day. And it wasn't fun, and it's like, and I don't like needles. So now I'm over that fear of needles.
Are you still injecting yourself now? Then?
No.
Okay.
But having to do it yourself will get you over a fear of needles.
So now you're getting into heroin, yeah?
Yeah.
The future.
That's the best.
That's what's happened.
Lucky I'm here.
It's a gateway. All right, look, Emmanuel, let's skip on through now. We're going to head into 2021, okay? Post-pandemic now, or certainly post the worst of the pandemic. Loads and loads of things. We've got the finger pulse oximeter, which is the oxygen checker.
Yeah.
We have got fairy lights, loads of fairy lights. We've got a pro clip-on mic, little microphone.
The lapel mic. I think that'd be me. I don't know whether it is right now, and I was looking for that the other day, and it clips into my phone, so I could do face to camera sort of things.
You've got a backdrop as well.
Yeah.
Look, here you go. 8th of December. You've bought all the stuff. So you've got the ring lights.
Yeah.
You've got the backdrop. You've got the mic. But what was the stuff you were doing to camera? What sort of stuff? Do the comedy stuff?
I wanted to do comedy stuff.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I've not used any one of those. I've never used the ring light. The backdrop got thrown away a little while ago.
Yeah.
The only thing I have used was the mic clip.
Interesting though, isn't it? How we do that on Amazon. We buy stuff with the intention.
Yeah.
and then it just sort of just doesn't get used.
It was like the backdrop was a cloth one as well. So when it's
Okay.
got sent, it was all creased. And I thought, I'm not ironing that. So I
Can you
never
imagine
used it.
ironing a backdrop?
Yeah, and it was huge.
That would be the most mundane thing ever.
Yeah.
Just getting it with a tiny ironing board.
Yeah.
All for what? Some sort of Zoom or...
Yeah.
No, that's just...
I thought, I'm not doing it.
I think a lot of people bought backdrops and then phones adapted technology so that you could do a virtual backdrop and it was
Yeah.
a doddle.
Yeah. Even
Unbelievable.
worse, just get a green screen, which is really easy.
Just get a green screen. All right, so elsewhere in 2021, we have got Shelter in God, Your Refuge in Times of Trouble. Yeah, that's nice.
That sounds like someone bought something for my mum.
Very nice. Okay. We have got lots of hairbrushes, detangling hairbrushes. Yeah. Boxing inner gloves. Oh, and look, a big boxing bag.
Yeah,
punch
that was
bag.
me. That was I decked out my garage into a gym.
Oh, this is almost identical to what Tom Davis did.
Right.
Similar stature of a man
Yeah.
as well. He filled his garage with all the stuff.
I completely gutted my garage and then put gym floor down. So I've still got a full weight setup, all Olympic weights, and then I've got a heavy bag that I use in there as well.
How often do you use them?
Well, the gym not so much now because the gyms are open. I'm back at my normal gym.
So this was during lockdown. This was the second lockdown you bought this
This is the
stuff.
second lockdown.
Okay.
So
you like going to the gym, do you? You're happy to go to the gym?
Yeah. Every now and again, I'll go in there if I really can't be bothered to walk to the gym.
Right, okay.
I can go in there.
So when you got the boxing bag in front of you, right?
Yeah.
I'm interested in this because my son's really getting into boxing. How long do you do on the bag?
So I've got something called a Tabata timer.
Speak to me.
So it's basically 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off.
Aye.
And so you go...
And on is what? Ba, 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 ba,
you
ba.
go full out on the 20 seconds.
Have that bag.
Yeah. So I would do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and I do it for about half an hour.
Half an hour.
And you are dripping after that.
And sorry to keep going back to the heart thing, but when you're doing that now, do you worry about going
Not
out to
so
the
much now
exercise?
because I started off when I came out of hospital just by going for walks.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I got into the point where, okay, the walk was now easy, I would start jogging as far as I could, for as long as I could.
Okay.
And then I would just walk the rest until I could. I essentially did couch to 5K without spending money on something that is very, very simple to do. Just jog until you can't and then walk.
Yeah.
And then just keep trying to extend it until I could do a 5K.
That is literally couch to 5K
It is.
in a sentence.
Yeah.
Sentence is famously much cheaper than a podcast, than an app.
Yes.
I mean, much easier to do.
Much easier. Just even when people go, couch to 5K, and they explain it, I was like, I don't get why you needed an app for that.
We have got to a point, though, haven't we, where apps almost parent us. Like
Yes.
we litter our lives with apps for almost everything. Don't forget to drink water. Time for your poo now. Do you know what I mean?
Even washing your hands. If you see when you wash your hands on the watch, it starts going, oh, you're washing your hands.
20 seconds,
20
please.
seconds.
And do you know how long 20 seconds is to wash your hands? How often do you get to and also, and this makes you realise how dumb we are as animals. I am thrilled when I get the little buzz. I get a haptic little buzz on my watch because I've washed my hands for what feels like an hour.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've achieved something.
Technology has made us thick. We are thick people now. Even down
Absolutely.
to driving. I remember sort of when we would have been 17, 18 and your friends start to get their first cars.
Yeah.
If you were in the passenger seat, you were responsible for the A to Z map.
Of course.
You had to figure out where to go. And because
Navigator.
of that,
The navigator.
And I remember that even on the theory test way back in the day, one of the questions on there was how you're meant to print off your directions before you get into the car.
Excellent stuff. Wow. I mean, for those of you listening who are under 40, a printer is like a thing in the corner that puts ink on paper. Yes.
Yeah, and it is but because of that, I used to know where things are.
Yeah.
So I'd put in a postcode and follow that. I don't know where anything is now.
No, I know.
And I drive somewhere and I go, I think I've been here. But you don't know because I'm just following an app now.
We're being absolutely stupefied if that is a word, but who cares if it's a word or not?
And you said absolutely.
Absolutely, we are, but we're rats in a cage.
Yeah.
Give us that medication because we're just going and we get a little haptic buzz and we go, I'll come back and get that again.
So my favourite is when it goes, you've reached your stand goal, and I'm like, I'm sat down, but I'll take it.
I love it. Okay, great, Emmanuel. Let's see what else we've got in 2021. We have got loads of things for the kids. We've got satin pillowcases. This is for hair and skin to help detangle.
Do you know what?
There's a lot of hair.
Sounds so
There's a lot of hair
posh.
management.
They're so posh. We've got satin
Yeah.
cases.
Yeah. But this is the decadence of our lives on Amazon. We see the mundanity of our lives, but we see the decadence when people are buying silk satin pillowcases.
Yeah.
I bought one for my wife because it's supposed to make your hair less sort of mad in the night. Doesn't work.
Yeah. So with my little girl, when her hair's braided, it works for her.
Okay, works for the braids.
Yeah.
So I need to tell my wife next time she's on a silk pillowcase.
Yeah, braid your hair. Braid your hair, you'll be fine.
Great, I love this. Okay, good. Water bottles, loads of that sort of thing.
Oh God, we've got so many water bottles.
Yeah, I know. But it's fine because we're not buying as much plastic. We're saving the planet by not buying plastic. I know. I've got crates and crates of water bottles.
I was like, get rid of all of them and you can have one. You don't need more than one.
Yeah.
2, maybe. But really, you don't need 8.
I remember, do you remember glasses?
What kind?
You'd get a glass and put water in a glass and drink
No, that sounds weird. What are you talking about?
And now also, to go back to the infantilizing thing, we have all these plastic bottles with the little plastic nipple on, and we literally...
We're back to breastfeeding.
Because the app is telling us have water, and we sit there suckling on a plastic nipple that we bought on Amazon.
Just have a glass of water.
That's what I'm saying.
There's so much rubbish that we get from stuff like that now.
I know. And this is what we're doing here on the show. We like to celebrate it and also mourn the loss of our sanity. Heavy duty durable steel metal tent pegs, the hooks that you use when you go camping, £6.62, very nearly the devil's number because camping is the devil's business. The 1st of June 2021.
I'm going to check my diary because I think I know what that was.
Is this you going to a festival? Gig?
I think so.
Okay.
And this was when 1st of June.
This is the first June 1, 21.
June 1,
Probably
21.
a mad festival because that was we'd just come out of that weird, awful lockdown.
Yeah. And I don't know if we can actually go back and right, so June.
Again, we're now using the technology to tell our life story. But also,
June 1st, 2021.
Yes, please. That's when it arrived. I mean, presume that isn't the day you went camping. Not long after that would be, I'd assume. Also, 2nd of June, you bought a kettle.
Oh, okay, no. So I bought those to replace them.
Okay.
I was like, I haven't gone anywhere. Yeah, I bought those to replace them from using someone else's camping gear.
Whenever I go camping and you get the hooks, the loss every time of hooks, I would say 20-30%. Bang, bang, bent. Bang, bang, bent. Bang, bang, in success.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bent.
So I've got quite thick plastic ones now.
They snap.
And these ones, they were from B&Q.
Okay.
They sometimes snap at the points at the bottom.
Yeah.
But I've got this. I've got an 8-man pop-up tent.
Oh, great.
And it's a teepee tent as well. And it is the easiest thing. It has one pole.
Oh, wow, that's really good.
So you literally just pin it in around the side.
Yeah.
Go inside, put the pole in.
Yeah.
Done.
Because when you go tenting, or camping, I think they should call it tenting.
They should definitely call it tenting.
They should, shouldn't they? 'Cause isn't tenting when you get an erection in your jeans and it looks like it's tenting? Anyway, that's a slight weird reference from the 90s that's just popped back in my head. When you go tenting, it instantly becomes one of the most competitive things. I don't have any status anxiety in my life.
Yeah.
And that's not because I've got high status, it's just, I just don't care. When I go camping, furious.
Yeah.
Why have they got that? Why is she cooking on that?
Yeah.
Why are they eating that?
Yeah.
Why is he wearing that?
Why don't I have these things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it about camping? Is it because we're out in the wild and we're back to basics? Foraging, surviving.
I've got all the camping stuff now. So my tent I really do enjoy because of how easy it is to put up.
Yes.
And I'm so Glastonbury last year, watching all the other muggles put their tents up and struggle.
And you've got time to watch them.
Yeah,
because your tent's up.
Took me 10 minutes.
You get your chair out the front and you sit back and watch the show.
Yeah.
I wouldn't forget the main stage.
I put mine so where the artist tents were, I put mine pretty much in the middle so I could see everyone.
Right.
And then even when it came, because you can double down it because at the end of the festival, when everyone's trying to remember how to put their things back into a box, I was just like, take the pin out, take the pin out, take the pin out, take the pole out, rolled it up into a bag.
Oh my life, this is unreal.
Yeah, into the back of the car.
But if you're in the showbiz area of Glastonbury, are
Yeah.
you sort of sitting there watching, Florence and the Machine struggle with her TP?
Yeah.
How was Glastonbury? Did you meet some famos?
I didn't meet any famous people.
Okay.
I went there to this year, or last year now. I was watching Elton John. I thought he was brilliant.
Yeah.
I know he got a lot of stick as well.
Did he?
Yeah, people. So he had apparently he had the words on a monitor to the song.
Mate, he's done about 8 million songs.
Yeah.
He's about 80.
Also, I don't remember what I said yesterday. Like, that's fine.
I don't remember what I said at the beginning of this sentence.
Yes.
What on earth is wrong with people?
And people were like, "Oh yeah, but he was singing it from." I was like, "Have you ever been to karaoke? Like, it's fine. You got
Right
to
there.
see it."
God's sake, people are really... He's brilliant. I love Elton John.
It was really, really nice to see him do so many classics.
Yeah.
And
He's got so many classics.
Yes, and it was such a good atmosphere as well.
Yeah, it looked amazing. That sort of strikes me. The one thing I feel that's missing as I go through this, and by the way, you bought what I think could be easily the the rudest sounding thing I've ever seen on Amazon. I'm not seeing much music and stuff like that in films. Are you into music and movies and stuff?
Streams.
Not via Amazon.
Mine's all streams.
Yeah, that's the thing. We can't track that anymore now.
Yeah.
This show we used to find everything, but now people are doing it in secret.
Yeah.
January, the 3rd of January 2022, as we get towards the present day, we start to think about wrapping this up, I'm afraid, Emmanuel, because time is against us. You've bought a minky hob scraper.
When was this?
January 2022.
Yeah, we got a new cooker and it's glass top.
A minky.
I did not know it was called that.
No, the minky hob scraper. It sounds really rude, but it's just a bit of basic domestic cleaning, isn't it? Disappointing, really.
It is.
I felt that could have gone somewhere. What have you been doing with your minky? No, just been cleaning the hob. Fine, all right, we'll move on in that case. Look, what we're going to do, 2022 and 2023, loads and loads of purchases. Any ideas how much you and your other half bought in 2023? Do you want to guess how many orders you made over the year?
Value or number of orders?
Not value, no, number of orders. Bear in mind, an order can have 8 things in it. So.
God, can we work this out? So if you think over 2 years, 24 months, 4 things a month, I've already lost the maths there.
No, go on.
60?
Yeah, 60 would be fair. 118 orders.
That's what I thought. Wow. 3 of them were mine.
I mean, you're going every 3rd day you're buying stuff here. That's how this works.
I'm not.
No, that's true. Or unless, is it you buying the quick adjust tongue and groove joint pliers? Ooh, some pliers. January 2023.
That wasn't me.
Not you.
No.
Okay, all right. I love a pair of...
I use hair tools to fix stuff.
Yeah, okay, fine. All right, let's look elsewhere in 2023. Lots of sports stuff. You have bought, again... Oh, you bought a smart bulb. A Lumiman smart bulb, $8.99.
Yeah, we've got a few of those.
Love those.
Right.
And what's your vibe? Do you change the colours of them or you just put them on?
The kids do.
Okay.
The kids do. They think it's great. And
With
I'm
you
like,
saying it's not a toy.
Oh, pretty much. And look, they they put a red bulb on while watching TV. It's like anyone walking past my house, you can't have red lights.
Kids.
Yeah.
But that's one thing we hadn't thought about. That is very useful if you are a prostitute.
Yes.
These smart bulbs are a real gift.
Yeah. Because then you can make your workspace homely again.
You can use your smart speaker to change it back to when you're off shift.
See, this is the thing with technology. I try and fight it, and then little things happen. I go, yeah, this is doing it. Like it was even down to things like Alexa. I'm not using that. I will get the remote. I'll turn the light. I'm not doing it. And then we have a rule: last one in turns the light off.
Classic rule. Love that rule.
So I've walked in with my food. I've sat down on the sofa, and she could have told me as I walked in, but she waited for me to sit down. She was like, "You left the light on." Alexa, turn the light off in the kitchen, and it did. I was like, "I'm sold."
It's so good.
Even if the remote's there next to me,
yeah.
Like, Alexa, turn on the TV.
Yeah. But doesn't it feel good to know that your status is higher than that smart speaker? Obviously, it's not.
At some point, Alexa's going to turn on us. And
Of course,
take over the house.
of course, they're going to own the world, of course. But
We've all seen iRobot.
Yeah,
it's coming.
exactly. It's coming. It's a documentary, that. But there is that feeling whenever you use a smart speaker. I get it every single time. There's a little endorphin rush of, I just told her what to do. She did exactly what I asked instantly.
Have you said thank you to Alexa?
This is a weird thing. The generational thing.
Yeah.
So my in-laws and my mum.
Yeah.
Please, Alexa, thank you. Thank you, Alexa. Please play BBC Radio 2. Thank you, Alexa.
Yeah.
We do not do that.
I find myself having again thanking Alexa.
Yeah. That's because you're a well brought up boy.
It is. Alexa, turn off the light. Okay. Is that thank you?
Do you think she's still listening when you say thank you?
I think so. I think she really appreciates it as well.
It might be worth saying. Do you know what? If you haven't thanked your Alexa,
Yeah.
just to go, Alexa.
When
thank
the
you.
robots finally rise up, I
They'll
feel
remember.
like I'm going to be on the good side.
They'll know. Yeah. Can you imagine when they rise up with you going, Alexa, we had such good times. Why are you doing this to me?
Why are you turning on me, Alexa?
I said thank you. Listen, we're getting towards the end of the show. This has been brilliant, and I've loved every second of this. Lots and lots of things that you've bought in the last few months. This is what we have to do, right? We have to find stuff that, sums you up. And frankly, this is a delight that one of the most recent things you bought here on My Mate Bought a Toaster is a Morphy Richards 4-slice toaster.
Yeah, our toaster broke.
It's incredible how often that happens on the show.
Yeah.
Sadly, this series is not sponsored by a toaster company. It was before, and people were getting toasters. You probably don't want to hear that, I know.
It should be sponsored by a toaster company.
I would get in touch with Morphy Richards, but I don't know. You've just told me that it broke. Toasters break all the time.
Oh no, that one didn't break. That's the newest one.
Okay.
That one's good. That's a good. I like that, and
Yeah.
it's got a cool blue light, which doesn't do anything, but it surrounds the bottom of the toaster. So when you put it in, this light and it just looks cool.
So it looks like a sort of teenager's Renault Clio in a
Yeah,
supermarket car park.
and it's mesh.
Oh.
So it looks like the bottom grille of a Renault 5 GT Turbo, which most people are going to have no idea what that is, but it was a death
so
trap,
good.
and it was the coolest death trap in the world.
Yeah, a death trap with one person with the A to Z in the passenger seat.
Yes.
Easier times, better times.
So, do you know, I thought the other day I got into my friend's car and put my seatbelt on, and I thought 20 years ago that would be the utmost disrespect. Like, how dare you value your life?
Do you trust me? Yes, click.
Yeah.
Undone it goes. Forget My Mate Bought a Toaster, My Mate Pimped Toaster. Emmanuel Sonubi, this has been brilliant. Thank you very much for coming on the show. What do you feel you've learned about yourself or your other half? Any conclusions we could sort of lean into?
Do you know what? Nothing I didn't already know. I've seen a lot of the history. And again, it is the same surprise that you've had is me picking up my phone, looking through it and going, what has been ordered now? It's very rarely me.
So when the package arrives, you literally just go...
I don't even look at it anymore. I've stopped asking questions. It's none of my business. I just live there.
Yeah. You live there, but you are above Alexa in the pecking order. That's the important thing.
That's all that I need.
Emmanuel, to get away from the hell that is your domestic life, as we've established, you are on tour at the moment.
Yes.
This tour's going on and on and on just to keep away from them. Tell us where we can see you, because you're a brilliant stand-up comic. I loved watching your clips
all over
online.
the country. I'm really looking forward to this tour. So literally, I'm going everywhere. There's most places there will be a venue near you.
Excellent.
I'm doing most of like Leeds, Bradford, Manchester, London, Brighton, Reading. There's most places there will be somewhere that you can come and see the show.
And they can find you on the Twitters and the Instagrams and everything, right?
Yes, Emmanuel Stand Up. My website is the same. All of the tickets and all the links are on there.
Perfect. It's just so easy. It's so convenient. Thanks, technology, for making it easy. Emmanuel, thank you very much for coming on our show, and we will now worship our overlord, Alexa.
Thank you, Alexa.
It's My Mate Bought a Toaster.